What is up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of the F123 Mobile Racing Career Mode. We are here for episode number 40 today, then, for the Miami Grand Prix with Ferrari. If you guys did miss the previous episode, then, at the Bahrain Grand Prix, definitely be sure to go check that out before you see this one. Of course, starting this season off with a bang, then, a victory at the Bahrain International Circuit with our new team Ferrari. Of course, also debuting our newest addition then to career mode, which is the ERS here. But coming into this Miami Grand Prix, you may have noticed there very briefly on that qualifying card that Alonso is on pole, and we are not going to spoil that. Of course, doing our normal thing then from the past, which is skipping qualifying. We got Alonso then on pole, which is a big shock out of Verstappen, Russell, Hamilton, Gasly, Leclerc, Perez, Ocon, Piastri, Stroll, Magnussen, Bottas, Sargent, Hulkenberg, Norris, Albon, Guan Yu, Ricciardo, Tsunoda, and us round out the grid then for this Miami Grand Prix. So let's go then to 5 red lights then for the Miami Grand Prix, round number 2 for Ferrari, and it's lights out and away we go. It's a good start from us off the line here. The Ferrari pretty punchy off the line, actually has very good acceleration here, making our way into the first corner. We're going to sneak over to the inside here and take it nice and easy here, almost making contact with Guan Yu there in the Alfa Romeo here. Now making our way through this right-hander here. Albon trying to make a move on the outside, but he does not make that work. So we're going to send it up the inside of the Tide driver here, potentially make a move on the inside of Zhou, but he just closes the door in time here. So we're going to have to look for a different move. We're actually do it on the outside there, as I think that's Norris and Hulkenberg squabbling away for P14 here. We're just going to take advantage of that and send it up the inside of both Hulkenberg and Sargent as well. The lone American, of course, on the grid in 2023, and then try to send it up the inside of Bottas. They're just about making it through there. There was barely any space there between us and the wall here, getting past Magnussen. Unfortunately, having to use a bit of the battery because we touched that inside tarmac, which wasn't very good for us. So we sent it on the inside, a triple dive bomb there. Didn't even really think about that. Now up behind our former teammate Pierre Gasly in the Alpine, sending it up the inside of this awkward Mickey Mouse section, not just because of the way it looked, not just because of the way it drives, but because of the way it looks. There is, of course, not really a lot of elevation here on this track, literally at all here, but we got a good exit off that hairpin here, trying to get past Perez here, slamming the door shut here, and now making our way up behind Leclerc here, our teammate, as we're going to try to make a move on the inside, and we're going to almost do so successfully as Leclerc jolted over to the left here on, I don't know if it was on purpose or by accident, but he did it at the last second here. Was not so sure what the Monegasque was doing. Now he's trying to come back at us. He's actually going to do so successfully, but we're going to dump the ERS here to get past him and Russell here. I'm not sure what Leclerc was doing. I think he was also trying to make a move there on Russell, but we were, of course, on the inside of the Monegasque driver, so not exactly sure what his intentions were, but nonetheless, we're up into P4, then Verstappen's at P1 here. He must have taken the lead from Alonso here, but look at these, the 3 greats of Formula 1 currently. Verstappen in first, Alonso in second, Hamilton in third. Of course, not in the right order, but look at these guys here, the top 3, and we are just simply here to spoil the party here. We're going to get a good exit off that left-hander here, tuck it up in the slipstream behind Lewis Hamilton here, of course, in the Mercedes. Of course, remember, this is the 2023 update. Still crazy to think Hamilton's in Ferrari in 2025, but nonetheless, we're passing him in said Ferrari, and now up into P3 then with Alonso about a second and a half ahead of us, and another probably about a decent ways ahead is Verstappen as well. As we make our way through this tight section here, trying to get a decent look at Alonso here into the Mickey Mouse section. He's going quite slow in that Aston Martin for some reason in this section, but we do get a good exit off the last corner, or sorry, not the last corner, but off one of these corners here as we try to tuck in the slipstream here, make a move into the hairpin like the last lap here on Leclerc. We're getting the slipstream here. We're actually a little bit farther than I would have liked, but we can still dive bomb here. The AI likes to break quite early into these heavy braking zones. We make our way into the braking zone looking for the move. We accidentally smashed into Alonso there quite heavily. I was not exactly sure what I was, actually that's on me, I was not sure what I was thinking at all there. I tried to move out the way in time, but I didn't realize he was going to brake that early there, but we paid a heavy price for our powering it up to 40%. Somehow we're not out of this race, even though we took a hefty chunk out of that left-hand wall there, but now Alonso is going to be probably fuming at us, and I'm not surprised, even though we kind of just ran right into the back of him. Again, I wasn't expecting him to brake so early. That was on me, though. I take full blame, full responsibility for that issue there, and now we are all over the shop there, cutting that corner by accident there. We only get a minor corner cut penalty, but just not what we need there. Verstappen's 2.5 seconds ahead of us here, just trying to see if we can get any sort of momentum behind Alonso here, as he is starting to pull away a little bit, but we are still somewhat tucking the quote-unquote slipstream here from the Spanish driver as we make our way into the next, or the middle part of the sector here, gaining in the braking zone. This time trying to go on the outside here. We're going to switch over to the outside for this next corner, but we hit him again here. There's a bit of a lag spike there. We try to send it up the inside, but we hit the inside wall. We are just all over the shop here. This Ferrari is not happy with us. We get another corner penalty. It's all kicking off here. We use the ERS here to kick off the line. We're going to have a DRS zone incoming moment as we make our way towards the DRS zone, which should open about now, and we now use the DRS here to try to make a successful pass here. Verstappen is just ahead of us. He's about a second and a half ahead, but can we catch up anything in the braking zone? We're going to force Alonso there pretty much into the wall to show our frustration at him. We catch up actually quite a bit there in the last braking zone, but Verstappen's just going to manage to hang on here to P1. We're going to come home in a very, very close P2. Look at the gap difference, 0.3 seconds as we come across the line here. It's going to be oh so close, but Verstappen's just about going to hold on ahead of Alonso as he wraps up the podium. And that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you all so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy it, definitely be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys in the next episode then as well. We still picked up 18 points for Ferrari. We are still well in the championship, but let's keep going, shall we?